Hi everybody, and thanks for stopping by Run Tall with Tim. I'm Tim. I hope you're having a great day. On today's video, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the New Balance Fresh Foam More V3. Now these are a shoe that have flown under my radar the last couple of years, so this is my first experience in them, and I can tell you that they are a plush max cushion daily trainer that I think you're going to really enjoy. But before I get into it too far, I always like to demonstrate what it looks like to run in the shoes that I'm about to review for you. So let's do that, but then when we come back together, I'm going to take a real close look at the New Balance Fresh Foam More V3. If you're new to the channel, I post running shoe reviews, comparisons, and shoe battles weekly, and I like to post other videos about running as well. So if you enjoy watching running shoe reviews and other videos related to running, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time that I upload new content. Now these are a max cushion daily trainer. They're a neutral road shoe that I ordered true to size. They cost $165 US, and they came in at 10.1 ounces for a men's size 9 on my scales, or 286 grams. So I'm going to talk about the upper first. And as we take a close look at it, you can see that they used an engineered mesh material. There's lots of perforations up in the toe box. There's plenty of room up there to be able to splay my toes. That felt really comfortable. You know, they didn't try to get cute in building this upper. They simply used quality materials and did an excellent job. For me, I don't have anything bad to say about it. The minute I put it on my feet, they felt really comfortable. So let's take a look at the side of the shoe, and we can see that, you know, as you work your way around, now this is the lateral side. They do have a little bit of plastic overlay, of course, with their New Balance logo, but then you can see this kind of shiny material. That's all a little bit of rubberized material there to help give it some durability as well as a little structure. Now they do have a little bit more of that material on the medial side, so you can see that pretty much the entire midsection of the shoe on the medial side features that rubberized material that we just looked at. And then back in the heel counter, they have a little extra material there as well, again to give it a little bit of structure and add some durability to the heel counter. Looking at the eyelet chain here, there aren't really any big wow factor features to point out to you. I will say though that one of the unique features of this eyelet chain is on the third and fourth eyelet. You can see that those are loops that they have that you run your laces through, but other than that, it's pretty standard. And they did include that extra eyelet in case you want to run with this runner's knot, which I sometimes do. So I do appreciate that. So I found it really easy and quick to get a solid lockdown feeling across my midfoot using this classic lace enclosure system. Now the tongue is not gusseted, but you can see that they did include that loop to run your laces through to help hold it in place should you wish to do so. And then at the start of the tongue, they used a perforated material. And that's just to allow that air to flow to help keep your feet cool when you're out running. And then at the top section of the tongue, you can see that's pretty heavily padded. So I didn't feel the laces across the top of my foot at all. It laid flat on my feet, didn't have it migrating around. It was just really comfortable. Now they have plenty of padding up around on the heel collar as well as on the tab of the shoe. And I often refer to this style of padding as a pillow style because that's kind of what it reminds me of, having a little pillow up around here on the heel collar. And then in the tab of the shoe, you can see that they have a bit of a notch there for your Achilles to set in. I found it to be really comfortable. And they do feature a slight Achilles heel flare that's anatomically correct. And I enjoy that feeling as well. Now the heel counter does feature that extra material that I pointed out earlier, and it starts on the medial side and it wraps all the way around to the lateral side of the shoe. Now that extra material gives it a little bit more structure in the heel and also gives it a bit more of a stable feeling. But also adding to that feeling of stability is the Fresh Foam X midsole material. Now they brought that up pretty high on that heel counter. And you can see just how high they do come up. So your heel kind of sets down or is nestled in that midsole. And that feels really comfortable and it does give you a stable feeling when you're out running. New Balance did include a removable insole, and I always appreciate that. You know, it's just nice to be able to pull those out once in a while, clean them up, put them back in. Or, in case you want to change them out, put in your own orthotic, get a customized fit. It just makes it a little bit easier to do that. So let's take a look at the midsole, and here they've got a ton of their Fresh Foam X midsole foam here, and this is really where all the magic happens. They have 38 millimeter stack height in the heel and 34 millimeters in the forefoot, which is huge. For someone like myself who's a mid to forefoot foot striker, having all of that midsole foam up in the forefoot just feels absolutely terrific. It's plush, it's well cushioned, but I didn't feel like I was getting caught up in that mush, but rather there was a lot of bounce and energy return. So let's take a look at the geometry of that midsole before we move on to the outsole. And I'm going to start in the heel, and you can see that they have a rounded heel and they have a slight heel bevel. So if you're a heel striker, I think that just adds to a nice natural feeling as you move through your gait cycle. They also have a nice rocker design here. I really appreciate that. You know, it's not overly aggressive, but this is more than just what a classic shoe design would be. So it's not so flat in that midsection of the shoe. I felt like I was getting a little bit of help moving through my gait cycle. So let's flip these over and we'll take a look at the outsole. And I think the first thing you're going to notice is that you have a nice wide landing platform both up in the forefoot of the shoe as well as in the heel. And that adds to a nice stable feeling that you get when you're running these. And they have plenty of blown rubber here in all of the high abrasion areas where you're likely to see wear first, but they didn't overdo it. I think they got it just about perfect. And you can see that, you know, it's a thin layer, but it's plenty to help protect all of that Fresh Foam X midsole material, as well as to give you a little bit of traction when you're out running. They also included those flex grooves, and that just helps add to that natural feeling as you flow through your gait cycle. Overall, New Balance did a terrific job with the Fresh Foam More V3. They're a max cushion daily trainer that you can log a lot of really comfortable miles. Or if you're looking for a recovery day shoe, this really ranks right up there at the top with all of those other terrific max cushion daily trainers that are out there. There isn't anything that I would change about the upper. I found it to be really comfortable. They fit great. They feel terrific. And that Fresh Foam X midsole material, there's a ton of it. It's soft, but yet it's responsive. There's a lot of bounce to it. So I think they did just a terrific job. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you. As always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.